Spatchcock Funk, and we're here to get our grind on today. We are making the total grinder. Now, some people call it a submarine, some call it a hoagie, a torpedo, a zip. That's cool, it's shaped like a submarine, but we prefer a grinder. And the reason why it's a grinder is because someone put some special love into this. But back in the day, the story goes that in New York in the shipyards, the Italian immigrants, a lot of their job was to grind the hulls of the ships, and they would always bring these long sandwiches for lunch. So the guys started calling them grinders, and that name kind of stuck. Now, to us, that signifies people that work hard, aren't afraid to put some elbow grease into a sandwich, and that's what we're gonna start with this. This is our take on a New York classic. Now, the classic we're talking about is the Great Pastrami Sandwich. This is from a bunch of delis, the most famous Katz, you have Pastrami Queen, and they make it a traditional way. We're basically taking that and putting a big new shine from Spatchcock on it and making it something a little bit different. We're talking hoagies and grinders, a super badass sandwich, and it goes like this. The base of it is the pastrami. Now, we got this from Cura Delicatessen in the Westcott Nation area of Syracuse. It's amazing, just walking by there, it just gives you the feels. So to start the sandwich though, what we do is we take the top of our submarine roll and we made some garlic mayo, which is just garlic, minced garlic, mayonnaise, parsley for some color, and we're gonna hit the top of the roll with that. Nice little layer of it. This gives us a nice little zing, but trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. From there, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take some Swiss cheese. And this Swiss cheese has the eyes in it, so it's not blind. If it doesn't have eyes in it, that's blind Swiss cheese. So we've got the holes in it, and we're gonna layer it across so we get a nice, even set of cheese. We want every bite to have that sweet Swiss to cut with all the meaty saltiness of the rest of the sandwich. Now from there, before we go any further, we're gonna take that, we're gonna put it on a little tray. We're gonna put this in the oven at around 325 degrees for a few minutes until the cheese melts. Yeah! Look at that melted cheesy goodness. Set it aside. Now we got the base, the sturdier part after you cut it in half. So like we said, the big king here is pastrami. And pastrami, which is basically this beautifully peppered, seasoned up brisket, is one of the greatest things invented in the history of man. Some say it's a two-piece bathing suit. Other people say the microwave. Some say the curveball. I say pastrami. So get yourself a healthy layer of that on the bottom of your sandwich. The next thing we're gonna do is go a little bit in a different direction. We're gonna put some tomatoes on here. This gives us a little bit more of some acid into it. And then on top of that, we're gonna put some sweet and mild banana peppers. This gives us a little bit more of a zing. Now, to accent the pepper a little bit, we're gonna put some fresh arugula on here, which adds a little bit of a crunch to go along with the bottom of it, but the real crunch is the star of the dish, up-leveling a classic. This is homemade Russian chili coleslaw. This goes great on a burger, on a steak, on a brisket. It's awesome, and it goes just absolutely bonkers on this sandwich. So we top this off in the grinder, and we're gonna put a good, healthy layer of that all the way across the top. So you get some of the Russian dressing, the classic taste to it, but with some crunch, some garlic, a little bit of this garlic chili. From there, take the top of your beautiful sandwich. Now look at this thing already. Now what we're gonna do with that, we gotta make some room, because you need some elbow room when you're swinging grinders up in here. We got a knife, offset, cut a sandwich at an angle, right, as you go through it. And if it's good brisket, it doesn't cut you up, right? So look at this sandwich, and it has a point, right? And there's a point to this story too. When you cut a sandwich at an angle, the point bite allows you to get a full mouthful without that messy feeling, and it just looks cool too. The total grinder. Here's to all of you grinders out there, all you immigrants, sons or daughters of immigrants, everybody that's working hard. This sandwich is working hard for you.